In that case,
ground.
yeah, that should be ground. All logic 0. Thank you. So here I have not drawn in the JK flip-flop the preset and clear signals. So that means they have already been made inactive. Okay, fine. In that case,
ground.
yeah, that should be ground. All logic 0. Here in the JK flip-flop, J and K terminals are shorted together, are tied together, and at that common point, I have connected one external signal A. So in the truth table, how many input combinations will be there?
2.
Only 2.
So when A is 0, what will happen to Kn plus 1?
Qn.
That means my J and K both are 0. So when in the JK flip-flop, when both J and K are 0, what happens is the last state is continued. So Qn plus 1 will be nothing but your Qn. Now when A is equal to 1, my J and K are both 1. So what happens in the JK flip-flop when the JK are both 1?
Output toggles.
Yeah, output toggles. Output toggles. That means the Qn plus 1 will be Qn bar. Okay. Now that means here, depending upon the condition of A, either the memory element continues to the previous state or the memory element simply toggles. So here, no other type of memory operation is there. So I cannot set the memory, I cannot reset the memory. Either I can continue with the previous state or I can toggle the last state. Okay, so this type of memory configuration is given a specific term.
Sir, toggle টা তো স্যার হবে না না স্যার, টাইম তো পাবে না টগল করার।
কেন পাবে না বাবা?
এই ক্লকটা তো
তুমি কনফিউজ হয়ে যাচ্ছ বা রেস অ্যারাউন্ড আর টগলিং এর মধ্যে? There will not be any race around. তুমি কি রেস অ্যারাউন্ডের সঙ্গে গুলিয়ে ফেললে?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
হ্যাঁ, রেস অ্যারাউন্ডটা হচ্ছে তোমার জেকে ল্যাচের ক্ষেত্রে হবে। But here I am going for the JK flip-flop. So this will be only age sensitive. So only once there will be a toggling.
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা স্যার, হ্যাঁ স্যার ঠিক।
সেই টগলিংটা ফিরে এসে সেটা যে আবার নতুন করে এফেক্ট করবে, দ্যাট ইজ মাল্টিপল নাম্বার অফ টগলিং, সেটা কিন্তু কখনোই হবে না, বিকজ দিস ইজ ফ্লিপ-ফ্লপ। ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ। কি যেন বলছিলাম? হ্যাঁ, so this type of JK flip-flop when connected in this mode is given a specific name, and that is a toggle flip-flop. I am not drawing a Q bar everywhere because Q and Q bar are just a complement of each other. Okay, so this is basically this one. Okay. Now there might be another type. Say I have one JK flip-flop. I have shorted the J and K terminals, and internally I connected that to logic 1 voltage. Now, what happens? There's internal to the IC, the J and K input terminals are shorted together, tied together, and connected to logic 1 potential. Okay, the terminals that are coming out are the clock terminal, the Q terminal, the Q bar terminal, preset bar terminal, and clear bar terminal. Here I have explicitly drawn the clock terminal and the output terminal Q. So what happens there?
So alternating
sir,
output.
every edge
No?
we are at every edge at every edge we are getting
at
a
every age of
change
what? At every age
At
of what?
of the clock. At every edge
At
of
Of
the
the
clock
clock.
signal,
Not also at every age of the clock. You have
either the up edge or the down edge.
every rising edge.
no, here, yeah, exactly. Here at every rising age,
Yes, sir. Yes,
because I have not given the bubble.
yes, sir. Yes, yes.
So at every rising age of the clock signal, the output will go on toggling. So this is also one type of toggle flip-flop, but this is called a T-only flip-flop. What is the difference between T-only flip-flop and the T flip-flop? In the case of T flip-flop, I have two different controls over the toggling. Not here. Yeah. Here in the T flip-flop, I have two controls over the toggling. The toggling can be controlled by two inputs. Kiki.
0 and 1.
No.
A and
A and CLK. A and CLK.
শুনতে পেলাম না আরেকবার বলো
A and CLK.
Yeah. Here, when I say that this is my toggle flip-flop, in that case, the two terminals are the clock terminal and the T terminal. Okay. So here, in two ways, I can control the toggling effect. If I keep T0, in that case, even if there is an active edge at the clock, there will not be any toggling at the output. Similarly, even if the T is 1, in case there is no active edge at the clock, there won't be any toggling effect. So I need two controls, two inputs, T and clock, to ensure a toggling at the output. So there are two controls over the toggling. Whereas in the T-only flip-flop, how many controls are there?
Only one.
Only one. That's the clock input, the clock terminal. Whenever there is any rising edge at the clock terminal, output will toggle. So that's why this is called the T-only flip-flop. And here the clock terminal itself is being termed as a T input. So whenever there is one rising edge or active edge, output will go on toggling. Okay, so in essence, you will be having two types of T flip-flops. One is the standard T flip-flop, where I have a T input terminal and the clock input terminal. And the second one is the T-only flip-flop, where the clock input terminal is itself is being termed as a T input terminal. So in the case of T-only flip-flop, the J and K terminals are tied together internally, and they are internally shorted to the VCC level or the logic 1 potential level. But in the case of T flip-flop, the J and K terminals are shorted together, and that common point is brought to the outside of the integrated circuit, so that I can control the potential or the logic level for that common point. Okay. Hope this point is clear.
Yes, sir.
Fine. আচ্ছা, আজকে একটু ডিস্টারবেন্স হতে পারে, বাড়ির ঠিক পাশেই একটা ক্লাব রয়েছে, সেখানে জগদ্ধাত্রী পুজো হচ্ছে, হয়তো পড়ার মাঝে মাঝে তোমরা মন্ত্র উচ্চারণ শুনতে পারো। Here, how many input combinations will be there?
Two.
Here, how many input combinations will be there? হ্যাঁ, শুধু শুধু
Sir, two only.
2. In case the input is 0, what happens to Qn plus 1?
0.
0. Because S is 0, R is 1. So S0, R1 means the memory will be set or
Reset.
reset. The memory
Reset.
will be reset.
Reset.
So the output is 0. When A is 1, my S is 1, R is 0. So S1, R0 means the memory will be
Set.
set. Okay, so what I find is whatever input or whatever data input I am giving at the through the line A, that is simply getting copied at the output of the memory. So that's why this is specifically called one data flip-flop or a D flip-flop. Remember, in place of SR flip-flop, even if you choose one JK flip-flop in place of the SR flip-flop, the input-output response will be the same. So in some books, you will find that the D flip-flop is being constructed using the SR flip-flop. In some other books, you will find that that is being constructed using the JK flip-flop. So both are correct. Okay, and circuit symbol wise, it will look something like this. Okay, so this is the D flip-flop block diagram. Definitely I am not explicitly drawing the Q bar terminal, the preset terminal and the clear terminal. It is implied that those terminals are also available. I am not allowing any more students in my class. It is already 10:27. So I am not going to allow Joida. So sorry, same thing is for Somojit also. Huh. Say I have a chain of D flip-flops. I have a chain of D flip-flops. There are 4 D flip-flops, flip-flop number 0 to flip-flop number 3. The corresponding outputs are Q0, Q1, Q2, and Q3. Now the Q0 output is going to the data input of the flip-flop number 1. Q1 output is going to the data input of the flip-flop number 2. Similarly, Q2 is going to the data input of flip-flop number 3. And at the data input of flip-flop number 0, I am connecting one external input line D in. Okay, so hope the circuit configuration is clear.
Yes, sir.
Fine. My waveform is not that uniform. Sometimes it is moving up and down, so please forgive me for that. Now here, I'll term one signal to be synchronous with respect to clock if the edges of that signal are synchronous with respect to the clock active edge. Here, what is the active edge?
Rising edge.
Rising edge.
Rising edge. So in case the state changes of one particular signal coincides with one rising edge of the clock, in that case, I will term that particular signal to be synchronous with respect to clock. But remember, this must happen for all the points of time where there is a state change of the signal. So at every state change of the signal, that time instant, if that coincides with the rising edge of the clock, in that case only I'll term that particular signal to be one synchronous signal. Now tell me, is a D in one synchronous signal?
No.
No, because this rising edge of this data input is not coinciding with the rising edge of the clock. Same is true for this next falling edge. Okay, so my D in is definitely not going to be one synchronous signal with respect to clock. Now my request to you is to draw the Q naught, the waveform for Q naught. What will, how the Q naught will have its state change? How the Q naught will respond? The Q naught is the output of what? The Q naught is output of what?
D0 plus.
One D. So how the D flip flop inputs and outputs are related?
Same.
The output follow the input, and the output follows the input which was available at the rising edge of the clock. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The output will follow the input state which is available at the active edge of the clock. Here the active edge is the rising edge. So during the rising edge of the clock, whatever is the condition of the data input, that will be simply copied to the output. Remember, there will be definitely certain amount of propagation delay. There will be definitely certain amount of propagation delay. But in bare eye, definitely you won't be able to visualize that. So at this rising edge, what is the state of data input?
0.
0. So the output will continue. Oh, sorry, it's black color. The output will continue to remain 0. In the next rising edge of the clock, what is the condition of data input?
1.
1. So it will be 1. How long in the next rise? In the next rising is 1.
1.
Next rise. Next, what is the data? Yeah, no, it is the data input it is saying is 1.
Okay, okay, yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine. So now it is observing that it is sensing that the data input is 0. D in is 0. So the output will be 0. It will continue like this till this point of time. Here it finds that the data input is 1 once again. So it will make a transition to logic 1 stage. Here
Still 1.
Still 1.
1. No, 1.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Isn't
1.
that?
Yes, sir. 1.
So here,
0.
why 0?
So 1.
Sir, there also 1.
Here, 1.
1.
Here it will be 0.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this should be the nature of Q0 for the given data input. Okay. Now, can you tell me whether Q0 is synchronous with respect to clock or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The Q0 is definitely synchronous with respect to clock. Now, definitely that propagation delay mismatch or the delay in the active age or in the synchronization due to the propagation delay, that we are ignoring. Okay, so clock to output propagation delay, that ignoring that, I can say that the state changes of Q0 are coinciding with the rising edges of clock. Okay, fine. Now go for Q1. For Q, the flip-flop number, this is 0. This is 0 flip-flop number 1, flip-flop number 2, flip-flop number 3. For the flip-flop number 1, what is the data input?
Q0.
Q0 is the data input. Okay, so here the output Q1 will try to follow the Q0 value that is available at the rising edge of the clock. Okay, so what is the Q0 condition during this rising edge?
0.
0.
What is the Q0 condition at this rising edge?
1.
No,
0. Propagation delay.
because when the rising edge is coming, Q0 is still continuing to be 0. It will be 1 only after that propagation delay. So exactly at the arrival of the rising edge of the clock, I am having Q0 to be 0 still. You got this point?
Yes, sir. Exactly after the rising edge, it will become 1. But
Yeah.
still, even up to the rising edge, it is still 0.
Rising edge, my Q0 is still continuing to be 0.
Okay, okay.
So at every memory element, there will be one propagation delay TQ, which is called as the clock to output propagation delay. So after the active age of the clock comes, how much time the memory element takes to reflect the input condition at the output? After the arrival, I repeat, after the arrival of the active age of the clock, how much time does this memory element take to reflect the input condition to the output? That is the TQ, or the clock to output propagation delay. Should I repeat it again?
Yes,
No,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Once,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. After the arrival of the clock active age, every memory element takes certain time to reflect the input condition to the output. So that time is termed as the clock to output propagation delay, or TQ. So TQ, or the clock to output propagation delay, is the time taken by the memory element to reflect the input condition at the output after the arrival of the clock active age. I think that this should be now clear.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So now, when this second rising age comes for the clock, the Q0 is still remaining 0. So what
Yes,
will
sir.
happen to Q1?
0.
0.
It will still continue to be 0. But here,
1.
1.
this is 1. So it will be 1, definitely TQ time after the clock active age. What will happen here?
1.
Thank you. Here it will be 0. Okay. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Fine. Thank you. For Q2, that is for the memory element number 2, different number 2, the data input is nothing but Q1. So the memory element will sample the input condition at Q1 at the during the rising edge of the clock, and accordingly my Q2 will be set. So what will happen here? Q2 condition.
0.
0.
Then also
0.
0.
then also
0.
here it will be 1.
1.
Okay. Is it okay?
Yes.
Fine. So that should be the nature of Q3. Now, apart from the clock, there are 5 other signals: data input Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. Out of these 5 signals, definitely data input or D in is not synchronous with respect to clock, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Whereas my Q0 to Q3, all of them are
Synchronous.
synchronous with respect to clock. Okay, fine. Now, what is the relationship between Q1 and Q0?
Delay of
Yeah.
1 clock period.
Delay of 1 clock period. What is the relation between Q3 and Q0?
Delay of
Three of clock.
Three. 3 clock period.
So delay of clock periods. So that means this introduction of a D flip-flop in this form may introduce two signals, or one particular signal may get delayed due to the introduction of one D flip-flop. Is it not?
স্যার এই স্টেটমেন্ট একটু রিপিট করতে পারবেন?
আরেকবার বলো বাবা।
স্যার এই লাস্ট স্টেটমেন্টটা একটু রিপিট করতে পারবেন?
Due to the introduction of flip-flop, what happens is one signal, if the synchronous with respect to clock, if one synchronous input signal is available and that input signal is given to one D input, the one data D flip-flop, in that case, the output between the output and the input, there is a delay of 1 flip-flop. So we can, in essence, say that introduction of D flip-flop in this form means delay between two signals. One signal will get delayed by a required amount of duration by the D flip-flop. But remember here the amount of delay that can be introduced is multiple of clock period. I can have a delay of 1 clock period, I can have a delay of 2 clock periods, I can have a delay of n clock periods. But I can have a delay of 1.1 clock period. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
So in case I do require to delay one particular signal by 3 times the clock period, I will go for this type of configuration, and I'll introduce a 3 clock period delay. But what about the very fast D flip-flop? Is it introducing delay? I cannot say. because the input signal itself is not synchronous with respect to the clock. I'll say that I am introducing a delay between two signals, provided both the signals are synchronous with respect to clock. But what is the first D flip-flop doing here?
সিঙ্ক্রোনাইজ করছে ইনপুট সিগন্যালটাকে।
দেখি আর কি বলে।
স্যার যদি ডি ইন সিনক্রোনাস হতো তাহলে কি ডিলে ইন্ট্রোডিউস করতো?
হ্যাঁ ডেফিনেটলি হতো। তখন কি হতো, আমার অ্যাজ ইফ তোমার ডি ইনটা অ্যাজ ইফ তোমার Q0 ধরে নাও।
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
Okay, so basically this D flip-flop when it is introducing a delay, there are three types of uses of D flip-flop. One is, the very first one is to store the data.
Buffer.
To store the data. Is it? No. Here. It's just whatever input you are giving, that is getting stored at the data, memory output. So this is basically one for storing one data, single bit data. So that's why the name, the most common name is data flip-flop. The D flip-flop stands for the data flip-flop. But here what we are finding? The D flip-flop is also used to introduce delay. So you, in some places you may find that the data flip-flop, the D flip-flop, that D term as if it is coming from the delay. So D flip-flop may be termed as one, may be coming from the data flip-flop concept, or it may be coming from the delay flip-flop concept. So from here I am getting two different types of uses of D flip-flop. One is for storing data or storing information, and the second one is for delaying one signal. Is it not?
Yes.
What is the third type of usage?
সিঙ্ক্রোনাইজ।
Yeah. This one, what we are doing here, it is being the delay flip-flop or the data flip-flop or the D flip-flop may be used to synchronize one absolutely asynchronous signal with respect to the clock. Yes. There you go. So D in has got synchronized with respect to the clock by the D flip-flop number 0. Clear?
Yes, sir.
And why do we need synchronizers? Because my processors, whether it is a microprocessor, microcontroller, or any type of other processors, they normally try to work in the synchronous domain. That means, by the way, say I have one composite circuit which has got n number of memory elements. N maybe 2000, n maybe 100, n maybe 20, n maybe 5. So I have many memory elements in my circuit. If all the memory elements are being driven by the same clock signal, the corresponding system will be termed as one synchronous system. Whereas if the composite circuit which is containing many memory elements are not being driven by the same clock, in that case I cannot term that to be one synchronous circuit, because all the memory elements are not responding to the same clock signal. In case all the clock signals are identical, I will term that as synchronous circuit. So here this chain of D flip-flops, is it synchronous or asynchronous?
Synchronous.
শুনতে পেলাম না বাবা রাজীব।
Synchronous.
It is synchronous because all the memory elements are being driven by the same clock signal. So this is one synchronous circuit. That means all the outputs are ideally responding exactly at the clock rising age. And it won't be exactly at the clock rising age because every memory element will be having a finite TQ, clock to output propagation delay. This TQ is the clock to output propagation delay. So every memory element will be having a finite TQ value. So the outputs won't have transitions exactly at the clock rising edges or the clock active edges. There is a certain delay, but in BRI that won't be visible. Fine. So one application of D flip-flop is as a synchronizer, where my external signals, which absolutely has got no idea about with which clock signal the internal circuit is operating. So it is responding in its own way. It is changing its state in its own way, external signals. So when that external signal is being given as input to my system, the very first thing that the system must do is to synchronize that asynchronous input signal, asynchronous practical or physical input signal to the clock signal of the internal circuit. So the very first task that the system has to do is to synchronize the external input. So there, this D flip-flop is hugely used, but it has got some problem also. What is it? Now, if my input is stable before the clock active age, by the way, now tell me what will be the Q? At the first rising age, what will be the Q value?
0.
Initially zero.
So, and what is the initial value of Q? If you assume, what is the initial value of Q? Will you assume?
0.
Okay, fine. It is 0. So here also it is continuing to have 0. So the next active age is coming here. So there I'm getting logic 1 output. So this is the synchronized version of the input, the asynchronous input. Now, during synchronization, what is the penalty you are paying?
We missed 3 signals.
That means that there might be some state changes missing in the synchronized version. Some shape of the original input signal may be totally missed in the synchronous version of that particular signal, asynchronous signal, isn't it? Same was happened here also. See, I missed this one.
Yes, sir.
And there was a certain delay also. This rising edge was coming here. I am getting the rising edge after certain delay. And that here the delay is more. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
And maybe the width of the on period and the off period may also get adjusted or changed, modified. So while synchronizing, though I am having a definite advantage of getting or generating one synchronous signal, I might be losing some shape of the original signal. That's the penalty you have to pay. So while synchronizing, you may have to pay a certain penalty. And what penalty? Now I may lose a certain part of the signal shape. And at the same time, the signal may get a little bit delayed and shortened, whatever it is. Okay, fine.
Hello, sir.
हाँ बोलो.
Sir, before the first clock rising edge, is it safe to assume any value of Q, or do we start?
I don't, because I asked your observation or your assumption, because I have not drawn anything, any clock signal prior to this.
Yes, sir.
So had there been another clock signal, and here if it was 1, then definitely it should become 1, and here it should become 0.
Sir, but like ideally, if we are told to given such a
So
signal,
ideally, normally what happens is, if you are told that this is your time instant 0, t0, if it is your t is equal to 0 time state,
yes, sir.
ideally what we assume that at t is equal to 0 minus, all the memory elements are resetted
Okay.
using your asynchronous clear input.
Clear. Yes, sir.
Okay, at t is equal to 0 minus, normally it is the standard practice to assume that all the memory elements are resetted. If something else is required, then in that case, that will be specifically mentioned. Say you are having 6 memory elements, you may be told that at t is equal to 0 minus, that is that initially out of these 6 memory elements, 2 were set and other 4 were reset.
But that will be explicitly mentioned out there.
That should be strictly mentioned.
Yes, sir.
And even if you go for any gate question or something else, there also you will find that initially, even if it is 0, that will be also mentioned to avoid confusion. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Say, I have used one asynchronous input signal. I have derived one synchronous version here. And that synchronous signal, along with some other signals, are being processed by one combinational logic circuit. And the combinational logic output, will that output remain still synchronous with respect to clock? This combinational logic output, will it still remain synchronous with respect to clock?
No, sir. Propagation delay.
No,
should-
because the combinational logic will definitely be having certain amount of propagation delay, some finite, and that's quite a wide propagation delay. So that combinational logic output cannot be assumed to be one synchronous signal with respect to clock. But after this combination logic, I may have to process that by some other circuit. So before getting processed by some other circuit, this combination logic output needs to be synchronized again. So normally what happens is, I have one synchronizer here. There is certain combination logic. It is going to this, and its output is once again getting synchronized. Okay. Now, this combination logic may be having one worst case delay. I am terming as worst case delay. T not, I'll give small t, TCL. That's the worst case propagation delay that may be encountered through this combination logic circuit. This memory element D flip-flop, this will be having a certain propagation delay, and what that propagation delay is called?
Clock to output propagation
Yeah.
delay.
So that is 1 TQ. This once again, another TQ will be there. Okay, fine. আচ্ছা, যেটা বলা হয়নি সেটা হচ্ছে, now say while the clock active age is available, then just at that time instant where the clock is active or clock age is active, if during that time instant the data input itself is also changing, what will happen? When the clock is active means I am here as it is rising age sensitive. So when the clock rising age is present, exactly during that time instant, if the data is itself is also changing, what will happen?
So there will be no effect because of the propagation delay, like
No,
clock to
no,
output.
no, not that, not that. The memory element will not be able to determine what is the input signal that it should follow. In case the data input is stable sometime earlier,
Sir, at
or-
minus TQ. Sir, at minus T minus TQ. If it is triggered, then we should get it.
no. I'll come to that point later. I'll come to that later.
Okay.
In case the data is stable much prior to the arrival, I am not quantifying the term much. What do I mean by much? I am not going to quantify at this point of time. So if the data input is stable much prior to the arrival of the clock active age, there is absolutely no problem. But at exactly in the vicinity of the clock active age, if the data also starts changing, there will be havoc in the output or the memory response. The memory element will not be able to determine what should be the output state. It may be logic 0. পাগল করে দিল।
So could you repeat from the beginning once again, sir?
আরে অঞ্জলি তোমার অঞ্জলি দিচ্ছ তো নাকি? শুনতে পাচ্ছ না?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
বাপরে বাপ, পাগল করে দিচ্ছে।
আমরাও
যেন
দিয়ে
কি
দিচ্ছি।
বলছিলাম বলতো ভুলে গেলাম আমি অঞ্জলি তোরে।
So there will be havoc, sir.
Sir, exactly at the moment if the output input
If the data also starts changing during the vicinity of the clock active age, আমি exactly at the clock active age বলছি না, I am বলছি the very vicinity of the clock active age, clock active age খুব কাছে আগে বা খুব কাছে পরে, সেই সময় in that instant if the input is also changing its state, the memory will not be able to decide what should be the output. The output may be 0, the output may be 1, or the output may be in between 0 and 1. And that is called a metastable output. ফিজিক্সে মেটাস্টেবল টার্মটা পেয়েছো?
No, sir.
Huh?
No, sir. No, sir.
পাওয়ার কথা বেসিক্যালি একটা বল যদি এখানে থাকে Stable and unstable.
Stable, sir.
If the ball is in this state, is stable or unstable?
Stable.
If the ball is in this state, stable or unstable?
Unstable.
Here,
Unstable.
if it stays exactly here,
Stable. मतलब-
it is for the time being stable,
Yes, sir.
but due to any small perturbation, it may shift to either 1 or 0. If the perturbation is in this side, it will shift to 0 or shift to 1. Whereas if the perturbation is in this side, the ball will shift to the logic 0 state. Can you visualize this?
Yes, sir.
So here, this state is called the metastable state. That means it is stable, but how long it will remain in that stable state, nobody knows. Due to noise, it may be shifted from this state and reach to one stable state.
Sir, মানে
Okay.
unstable equilibrium basically.
I cannot say that it is one unstable state. It is one stable state in absence of any perturbation. তুমি যখন একটা আঙুলের উপর একটা স্টিককে ব্যালেন্স করার চেষ্টা করো,
So, আমরা
সেটা-
ফিজিক্সে এটাকে আনস্টেবল ইকুইলিব্রিয়াম বলে পড়েছিলাম স্যার।
হ্যাঁ এক্স্যাক্টলি আনস্টেবল ইকুইলিব্রিয়াম। হ্যাঁ ঠিক, ও তুমি আনস্টেবল ইকুইলিব্রিয়াম বলছো, আমি সেই ইকুইলিব্রিয়ামটা পর্যন্ত তোমাকে আসতে দিই, তার আগে আমি থামিয়ে দিয়েছিলাম। So that is called the metastable state. So basically, and how long that system will be in that metastable state, nobody knows, because nobody knows when that perturbation will come and in which side. So that's why I cannot say that my output, it will be definitely 0 or definitely 1, or it will be on metastable state. So the output is totally unpredictable in case my data and clock both changes simultaneously. In case my data and the clock active age both are simultaneous, in that case, I cannot predict the output. So the synchronizer basically fails at that point of time. So synchronizer কখন fail করে সেটা বুঝতে পারলে?
Yes, sir.
So এবার in practical circuit, we cannot go without synchronizer. Synchronizers are must. But if you go on using, if you use synchronizer, there is every chance that the synchronizer may fail.
স্যার মানে
So,
এটা
এবার-
কার ফল্ট স্যার? এটা কি ইনপুটের ফল্ট নাকি সার্কিটটার
না
ফল্ট?
না এটা কোনোটাই কারো ফল্ট আমি বলতে পারবো না।
Statistical তো এটা randomly
হ্যাঁ,
হতে পারে।
statistical. And I cannot say it is any fault. But certain failure is arising here. As the external circuit, external signals, I cannot control their timing. And the flip-flop nature, due to the flip-flop nature, in case the rising age of the clock and the input signal both are coming at the same time instant, input means the state change of the input signal are both coming at the same time instant. In that case, I cannot guarantee one specific output at the memory element of the memory element. So the synchronizer may fail, but I shall not say that it will definitely fail. I am not definite about the failure. The failure will be totally statistical in nature. That's why একটা terminology use করা হয়, MTBF. There's a mean time before failure. There's on an average, it has been found that if I use this particular synchronizer, my MTBF is 10 minutes. That means in every 10 minutes, there is a chance that my synchronizer may fail once. But it is not guaranteed. It may show up in that over a period of 2 hours, there is no failure. Whereas it may also so happen that over the period of 5 minutes, there are 10 failures. So that mean time before failure is basically one statistical parameter that is arithmetically, the mean time before failure is basically one statistical parameter which states on an average between how much time gap you expect one failure to arise. So that is the mean time between or before failure. Now, definitely, if I have one synchronizer which is having a mean time before failure is 10 minutes, and if I have a synchronizer which is having a mean time before failure is 1 day, which is preferred?
1 day.
1 day.
1 day is definitely preferred, but it is also not guaranteed that even if I use that synchronizer of having the mean time before failure 1 day, will not fail in 10 minutes. Because that parameter is basically one statistical parameter. Okay, fine. But definitely, as we cannot control the timings of the input signals, so definitely we have to go for one synchronizer circuit which is having a larger MTBF parameter. Now,
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Sir, over the time MTBF की change होगा?
MTBF for a particular circuit configuration that has been একটা detailed mathematical calculation আছে, সেই ক্যালকুলেশন করে আমি ওই ক্যালকুলেশনের ডিটেলস আমি যাবো না, নিজে আমি বুঝতেও পারি না ওটা। সেখান থেকে সায়েন্টিস্টরা বের করে রেখেছেন যে এই সার্কিট প্যারামিটারের জন্য MTBF কত হবে, সেটা সার্কিটের সব ইন্টারনাল ক্যারেক্টারিস্টিক্স এভরিথিং কনসিডার করে ওই প্যারামিটারটা বের করে রেখেছে। ডিটেলড ম্যাথমেটিক্স আছে, আমি ওই অঙ্কে আমি দিয়ে লিখা। Now, here this is the asynchronous signal. Now, what is this signal? Asynchronous or synchronous? Synchronous. But there is a chance that this signal or this memory element or this first stage of synchronizer, at the output of the first stage of synchronizer, there might be synchronizer failure. Because D in is totally asynchronous. I cannot control its timing. So it may so happen that at certain point of time, D in state change and the clock active age are both simultaneous. So my first memory element may fail as a synchronizer. But that synchronizer failure, will it be always?
No, sir.
No, that is statistical. So even if the input state change and the clock rising age both are coinciding, there might be certain time instance where the synchronizer failure may not come. The output is reflecting perfectly with respect to the input, either 0 or 1. There is no metastable state.
Sir,
So in that case,
স্যার আমরা যে প্রথমে চারটা ব্লক ওয়ালা ওই ডায়াগ্রামটা করেছিলাম স্যার, ওখানে ডি ইন ওয়াজ অ্যাসিঙ্ক্রোনাস আর Q0 Q1 Q2 were all synchronous. তো স্যার মেবি ফর Q1,
maybe for Q1,
স্যার Q1 এর জন্য স্যার Q0 তো ইনপুটটা না স্যার, তো Q0 তো স্যার প্রতিবার ক্লক রাইজিং এজের সময় রাইজ করছে, তো ওটার ইট ইজ ইন দ্য ভিসিনিটি অফ দ্য ক্লক সিগন্যাল না, তো স্যার
না এবার ক্লকের যখন এক্স্যাক্টলি রাইজিং এজটা আসছে, হ্যাঁ পয়েন্টটা ভালোই বলেছো, বাট দ্যাট Q0 ইজ কামিং TQ টাইম আফটার দ্যাট।
TQ আর ভিসিনিটির মধ্যে কি ডিফারেন্স?
That propagation delay will be more than that vicinity term.
ওকে স্যার, ওকে স্যার।
আদারওয়াইজ এটা কাজই করবে না। ওকে, সো মাই দ্যাট ভিসিনিটি বলতে আমি যেটা মিন করছি, দ্যাট মাস্ট বি স্মলার দ্যান দ্যাট TQ. So this memory output, this will be synchronous with respect to clock, and definitely ওই clock-এর যে active age, its state changes are coming TQ after that active edge? Is it not?
Yes, sir.
Oh, কোথায় চলে গেল? The state changes of this, এটাকে যদি Q0 টা signal করি, Q0 the state change that will definitely occur TQ time later than the clock active edge. So here I expect that there may not be any synchronizer failure. If I say that this is also a part of the synchronizer, this second element, D flip-flop, if I say that this is also part of the synchronizer, because this Q1 is also synchronous with respect to clock. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
And here, as this Q0 is all, most of the time there is no failure in this Q0. That means Q0 is most of the time either logic 0 and logic 1. And very few times that Q0 will be in the metastable state. So what I expect that this Q1 will have less probability of experiencing failure. So normally designers, what they do, I don't know whether any of you will be actually joining the electronic industry or not. If you join electronic industry and you happen to be in the digital circuit design domain, you have to use synchronizers. And their designers, what they do is, instead of using one single stage synchronizer, they go for multi-stage synchronizer. Like this is one 2-stage synchronizer. If I go, the advantage there is, I'm not going into the details of the mathematics. If I increase the number of stages in the synchronizer, the MTBF increases drastically. Say, for example, for one single stage synchronizer, if the MTBF is 10 minutes, if you go for a 2-stage synchronizer, it may become a 2-day.
So the
If
reason
you go
is,
for the 3-stage synchronizer, even if it may become 1 week MTBF. But what penalty you are paying?
TQ propagation delay.
No. আরো তুমি হয়তো ঠিক ধরেছো, কিন্তু এক্স্যাক্টলি টার্মটা বলতে পারবে না। In Q0 and this synchronous signal is experiencing certain wave shape mismatch with respect to D and certain amount of delay. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
And what is the relation between Q0 and Q1? The Q1 is
one time
one clock period further delayed.
Yes, sir.
So that means if I go on increasing the number of stages of the synchronizer, the amount of delay between the original signal and the final synchronous signal is increased to a great extent. So normally designers, what they do is they normally go for a 2-stage synchronizer. So they do not go for a 4-stage or 3-stage synchronizer, because definitely that will increase the that will better the MTBF parameter, but definitely the delay encounter may not be acceptable. So in the synchronizer, normally designers settle for a 2-stage synchronizer.
So the MTBF increase করাটা কি স্ট্যাটিস্টিক্যাল নাকি এটার কোনো ডেফিনিট রিজন আছে?
স্ট্যাটিস্টিক্যাল, এটাও স্ট্যাটিস্টিক্যাল। কেন কি তোমার কি এই যে লজিকটা হচ্ছে এরকম, আমার চান্স অফ দিস Q0 arising at the active age of the clock is much less. Q0টা আমার যখন আমার এই এর রাইজিং এর সঙ্গে কোইনসাইড করবে, তখনই তো আমার এটা ফেলিওর হওয়ার চান্স আছে। এবার Q0টা নরমালি তো 0 বা 1 যদি এসে থাকে, then there is no chance of any failure. Failure হওয়ার চান্স কখন আছে? When Q0 was in a metastable state. And when the active edge is available, at that time, from metastable, it is transiting to one stable state. Got my point?
Yes.
So সেই সময়টা একমাত্র আমি দেখতে পাচ্ছি কি, or when it is rising edge, it is still continuing to be in a metastable state. So there, in both the situations, there may be a failure here. So chance wise, that is much less as compared to one single stage synchronizer. So that's why if you go on increasing the number of stages, the MTBF will be definitely better and better.
হ্যালো স্যার।
হ্যাঁ
স্যার আগে স্লাইডটা একটা জিনিস একটু এক্সপ্লেন করে দিতে পারবেন? ইয়েস স্যার, ইয়েস স্যার,
ওই ফোনটা একটু নিয়ে একে নিতে ওটা যাচ্ছে।
ইয়েস ইয়েস স্যার।
এটা এই স্লাইডটা বলছো?
Yes sir, yes sir. Sir, like suppose at the first D flip flop, suppose
তুমি মতলব বললে কেন?
বলতে গিয়ে বুঝে গেছি। Sir, suppose at the first D flip flop, we are experiencing that vicinity and we are getting a metastable state. So how can that be avoided in the second flip flop?
What may happen is by the time the next rising edge comes,
yes, sir.
that metastable so here the Q naught has entered the metastable state somewhere here.
Yes, sir.
So by the time the next rising edge comes, over this period, it may show that from that metastable state, due to noise, it has already attained either logic 0 or logic 1 value.
Okay, sir. তো সেটাও নয়েজের জন্যই ওটা
and সার্কিটে তো নয়েজ সবসময় থাকবেই, নয়েজ ফ্রি সার্কিট তো হতে পারে না।
Yes, yes. Okay, sir.
Most of the time দেখা যাবে যে though the output in the first synchronous stage has been in metastable state, by the time the next clock edge comes, and definitely here the output will be sensing this particular Q naught at the next rising edge, not in this rising edge itself, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
This response is definitely coming TQ time after this.
For it clock period.
পাইপলাইনিং যেভাবে হয় আর তোমরা পাইপলাইন আর্কিটেকচার তো পড়েছো, বা ইউ হ্যাভ সার্টেন নলেজ অ্যাবাউট দ্যাট থ্রু কমন সেন্স অ্যাট লিস্ট। পাইপলাইনিং আর্কিটেকচার সম্বন্ধে কোনো আইডিয়া আছে? পাইপলাইন আর্কিটেকচার শুধু সত্য
না স্যার।
সে কি বোম্বেতে এয়ারে পাওয়া যাচ্ছে না?
স্যার পাইপলাইন আর্কিটেকচার বলতে স্যার মানে পাইপ দিয়ে আর্কিটেকচার?
না না না, মানে আর্কিটেকচার which looks like a pipeline. That means here as if I have a pipe. So here I have a processor, here I have a processor, here I have a processor. So the data is being processed by here first, then it goes to the next processor, then it will be processed, then it will be processed here, and that will be going out. There is a pipeline of processes are there, and data is coming and entering into one processor, getting processed, and being fed to the next processor. That's the basically the pipeline architecture. So when we're going for any pipeline architecture, সেখানে কি হয়? আচ্ছা বাজার পাইপলাইন আর্কিটেকচার গেলাম কোত্থেকে বলো তো? আমার ঘেটে গেছে। কি বলতে গিয়ে রাজদীপ পাইপলাইনের কথা শুরু করলো?
স্যার সাকসেসিভলি এমপিবিএফটা কমে যায়।
হ্যাঁ,
সরি বেড়ে যায়।
না না, এবার দেখো আমার একটা হচ্ছে এরকম সিস্টেম আছে, ক্লক সিস্টেম। আমার এই রাইজিং এজে গিয়ে এই ইনপুটটা সে ডাটা ইনপুট নাম্বার 1, D1টা is going to the processor number 1. So it will be processed here, and this output, a output was D2, a output was D3, a output was D4. So D1 is my input. It is getting processed by processor number 1 at this rising edge of the clock. So will the processed D2 is the processed version of the D1. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Will this D2 be available at processor number 2 at the same rising edge?
No, so the next rising edge.
So I must have to ensure that D2 is available at the input of processor number 2 before this rising edge. If it misses this rising edge, then also there will be a problem. That means my pipelining is not proper. My sequencing is not proper. This data will this D2 must be available at this D flip-flop input prior to the arrival of this clock. So D2 was supposed to be available TQ time after the arrival of this first clock edge. So in case my clock period TCLK is greater than TQ, so that can be ensured.
Yes.
Okay. So even if my D2 enters into metastable state, I have TCLK minus TQ time to allow it to stabilize to one particular logic state 0 or 1. And most of the time that stabilization is achieved. But in some cases, and that most of the time is definitely that is statistical. So there might be one situation or more situations where it is not stabilizing within that TCLK period or TCLK minus TQ time period. So there the second synchronizer will also fail. But chance wise,
Less chance of encountering errors again.
because most of the time the from metastable state by that time span it will become stable at the output of the first synchronizer. So most of the time a two-stage synchronizer normally serves our purpose. But still there are also a chance of failure. Okay.
Yes, sir, yes.
কোথায় গেল ভ্রমণটা? একটু আমাকে আঁকতে দাও। আচ্ছা একটা জিনিস তোমাদের বলা হয়নি, this clock signal basically how the clock signal propagates inside one integrated circuit. Common sense. How the clock
So
signal will
propagate
propagate
মানে?
এক জায়গা থেকে আরেক জায়গায়, some wire connections.
Vibrations.
But inside the integrated circuit, we don't have any specific wire. Basically, we have some metal lines. In integrated circuit, we have some metal lines to propagate one signal from one particular position place to another particular place. So, and remember in one digital system, it is a clock signal which propagates, which travels most. Because I may have some 1,000 number of memory elements and the clock signal is going to everywhere. So it may so happen that the clock signal is having the metal wire which is having the largest length. Wire having a certain amount of length will be having certain definite propagation delay, certain capacitive effect, lead effect, and everything will be coming into picture. So though I am assuming that the clock signal which is coming here as well as here are synchronous, but actually what basically input and output signals are same. Only thing difference is
Propagation delay.
one propagation delay will be there. And that propagation delay introduced is T skew. Here, this is the T skew. The clock
স্যার
skew
এখানে তো স্যার স্টেপ চেঞ্জ হচ্ছে না না স্যার,
step change হচ্ছে না।
তাহলে প্রপাগেশন ডিলেটা কোথা থেকে আসলো স্যার? ওয়ারের মধ্যে আছে স্যার,
Why is the propagation delay?
আর কিন্তু লাইক ওটা তো মানে মানে কি বলবো স্যার, এটা কেমন করে মানা যায় স্যার, লাইক ডিজিটালি কেমন করে মানা যায়?
Digital হচ্ছে তোমার কি as if whatever signal is propagating, that is getting certain resistance, so there will be certain capacitive effect.
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, হ্যাঁ স্যার।
সেই ক্যাপাসিটিভ এফেক্ট এবং রেজিস্ট্যান্স থাকলেই তো সেখানে ডিলে চলে আসবে। ওই আরসি সার্কিটে যা হয়।
হ্যাঁ স্যার, হ্যাঁ স্যার।
Okay, fine. So that's the T. Now in the clock skew, the T skew may be positive, it may be negative also. Negative কখন? By the in this configuration, will it be positive skew or negative skew?
Positive skew.
Positive skew. Under which consideration you may assume that this skew should be negative?
The first signal reaches later than the.
Yeah, that means our clock টা এই দিক দিয়ে আসছে। Clock is coming from this side. First it is coming here, then it is coming here. If that happens, my T skew will be negative. Okay, and that amount of skew will vary from between every pair of memory elements, because the amount of wire that is being encountered between these two a pair of memory elements may not be same every year. এই পেয়ারের জন্য যা amount of wire length, if I go for another pair, the wire length may be different. Okay, so the amount of T skew may not be constant, and that T skew sign that may be positive, may be negative. But let us not confuse regarding that. Let us assume that the T skew is positive for our case, as shown in our case. Fine. Now we are describing two more parameters. TS and TH. What is TS? TS is a span of time which is starting just before the rising edge of the clock up to that rising edge of the clock. So that is the TS. What is the full form of TS? The setup time. TS is nothing but the set up time. That means what it demands is the data must become stable set up time prior to the arrival of the clock signal or the clock active edge. The data, I repeat, the data must become stable set up time prior to the arrival of the clock active edge. That means the data must become stable somewhere here. Somewhere here. The data must become stable somewhere here. The data must become 1 minute. I'll just repeat once again. The data must become stable set up time prior to the arrival of the clock active edge. হ্যাঁ বলো শুদ্ধ সত্য
স্যার এটাই কি ভিসিনিটি বলছিলাম আমরা?
ভিসিনিটি আমি এখন ভিসিনিটি বলতে কি মিন করছি সেটাতে আসছি এখন। ওকে, দিস ইজ দ্য কখন এটা at which time instant prior to the arrival of the clock active age the data should become stable সেটা এখানে ডিফাইন করে দিলাম। এবার ক্লকের অ্যাক্টিভ এজ আসার পরে কতক্ষণ data should remain stable. That means I mean to say that even after the clock arrival, clock active age has arrived, the data was already stable prior to the arrival of the clock active age. But it may so happen that after the arrival of the clock active age, data has started changing state just after the arrival of the clock active age. So that means that is also violating my vicinity concept. Data was stable prior to the arrival of the clock active age. There is no violation of the vicinity concept. But after the data has, after the clock active age has arrived, the data has started changing its state. So that may affect my vicinity concept, isn't it? So we want to define another time span starting from the clock active age of the clock signal, the active age of the clock signal, for which the data cannot change state. So the data must hold its state till th time after the arrival of the clock active age. That is termed as the hold time. That is the th. The data must hold on to its last attained state for the period the clock active age to the clock active age plus th duration. So over this, that means over this span of time, the data cannot change its state. The data must become stable ts time prior to the arrival of the clock active age, and data can change its state th time after the arrival of the clock active age. But between that ts to th, this span, the data cannot change its state. If it changes its state during that span of time, I cannot guarantee the output. There may be a synchronizer failure at the output. The output may be 0, may be 1, or a metastable state. Is it clear? Or should I explain it once more?
Clear, sir.
Fine. Now, I have inserted one data here. After how much time that data will be available here?
TQ.
TQ time after
Clock active age.
After the clock active age. Acha. By the way, this memory element is having this clock, and this memory element is having this clock. I hope this is clear to everybody. Is there any doubt?
No, sir. No, sir.
So, and that means the second memory element is having a skewed clock signal, and the skew amount is t skew. Fine. So this data is available steadily somewhere here. Okay. So that means this time is how much? This time instant, I am saying that the data is available here.
TQ.
TQ. Okay. And is it coming at the same time instant here?
No, sir.
After how much time?
Plus TCL.
Plus TCL. So of TQ plus TCL time, after this clock activates, I am getting it at the D input of the second memory element, isn't it? Now this, that means after how much time the data is becoming stably available at the D input of the second memory element? TQ plus
TQ plus
TCL
TCL.
time after the arrival of the clock activate at the first memory element. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So to avoid synchronizer failure at the second memory element, the data must be available where? Somewhere here. Somewhere prior to that particular time instant, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because this is my setup time. So the data must be available. That means that it must be steadily available. T setup time prior to the corresponding clock activation. So what is this duration from this rising edge to this? What is this duration? Tell me. From the this rising edge, what is the duration? From this
One
rising
time
edge.
period minus TS.
Yes. So that is TCLK minus TS. এবার তাহলে এই টাইম ইনস্ট্যান্ট থেকে কতখানি ডিফারেন্স? পিরিয়ডটা কত?
স্যার একটা প্লাস TSQ আছে।
প্লাস TSQ।
Yes, sir.
So the data must be stably available this time prior to the clock activate. That means somewhere here. So what I find is to avoid synchronizer failure, I must have this. That means my data should be stably available prior to this particular time instant. Doubt?
No, sir.
Doubt at all? Fine. Now, what is the maximum allowed clock period or the minimum allowed clock period?
TQ plus TCL plus TS minus TSQ.
Definitely. TCL के minimum will be TQ plus TCL plus TS minus TSQ. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So what is the F max?
Reciprocal of this.
Okay. So in many competitive examinations or interviews or job examinations, you may be given the values of the clock to output propagation delays, T hold time, T setup time, clock skew may be given or may not be given. In case clock skew is not given, you have to assume the clock skew to be 0. So there you have to find out what is, and that one combinational logic may be given. This logic circuit may be given. And for each individual logic element, what are the propagation delays? That means that it may have 7 or 8 logic gates. For each gate, what are the propagation delays? সেটাও হয়তো দেওয়া থাকতে পারে. So from there, you have to find out what is the value of this TCL. This is the worst case value of the combination logic that you have to find out from the given circuit. That's the only task that you have to do. After that, simply use that in this equation to find out the minimum clock period or the maximum clock frequency. Okay, so তোমার যে বলে যে একটা প্রসেসর আছে, it may work maximum up to 2 gigahertz clock frequency or 10 megahertz clock frequency. That's coming from basically this consideration.
এটাকে ওয়াটস টাইম পিরিয়ড কেন বলছি আমরা টিসিএল টাকে?
আমি একজন এসটামিং জাস্ট ইয়াস এক মিনিট
ভাই এইসব কোশ্চেন আসলে তো চাপ ভাই।
হ্যাঁ বলো কি
স্যার বলছিলাম যে টিসিএল টাকে আমরা ওয়াটস টাইম পিরিয়ড কেন বলছি স্যার?
কারণ কি আমার কি মিনিমাম ক্লক পিরিয়ড সেটা যখন বের করছি, আমার যদি ক্লক পিরিয়ড যদি আমার ইয়ে হয়ে যায় কি বলে টিসিএল এর ভ্যালু যদি 10 ন্যানোসেকেন্ড হয়, তাহলে টিসিএল কে মিনিমাম ভ্যালু কত পাবো? আমার ধরো টিকিউ এর ভ্যালু হচ্ছে 5 ন্যানোসেকেন্ড, টিএস এর ভ্যালু হচ্ছে 2 ন্যানোসেকেন্ড। ওকে, টি স্কিউ 0. In that case, what is your TCL K minimum? 17 nanosecond. That means what is your maximum allowed clock frequency? 1 by that means 10 to the power 9 by 17. 10 to the power 9 by 17. Okay. সেটা বেশি হবে না আমার এবার ধরো আমার TCL এর ভ্যালু অন্য কোনো একটা ইনপুট কনফিগারেশনের জন্য দাঁড়ালো হচ্ছে 20 ন্যানোসেকেন্ড। For 20 nanosecond, what is the maximum allowed clock frequency? হ্যাঁ, কম হবে। এইবার আমি যদি ওই বেস্ট কেস বেটার কেসটা ধরে, দ্যাট মিন্স 10 ন্যানোসেকেন্ড প্রপাগেশন ডিলে ধরে আমি ক্লক ফ্রিকোয়েন্সিটা অ্যাপ্লাই করে দিলাম, ইউজ করে দিলাম। এবার আমার যখন ইনপুট এমন হবে যে আমার TCL এর ভ্যালুটা 20 ন্যানোসেকেন্ড হচ্ছে, 10 ন্যানোসেকেন্ড নয়, তখন কি আমার ওই ক্লক ফ্রিকোয়েন্সি কাজ করবে? তো আমার তো ফেলিয়ার হয়ে যাবে, সিস্টেমটা ফেল করবে। তো তাই জন্য আমার কি দরকার না, ইউ গো ফর দ্য ওয়ার্স্ট কেস সিনারিও, ইউ গো ফর দ্য ওয়ার্স্ট কেস প্রপাগেশন ডিলে, and in case the propagation delay is less, definitely my allowed clock frequency is higher than the currently allowed currently used clock frequencies, so there won't be any problem. But if I go for the situation when the best case propagation delay was used in calculating the FCLK max, in that case there might be a situation where the propagation delay of the combination logic is more. তখন তো ওই যে FCL কে আমি ইউজ করেছি, ক্লক ফ্রিকোয়েন্সি ইউজ করে, দ্যাট ওন্ট বি এবল টু সার্ভ মাই পারপাস। সো যখনই ম্যাক্সিমাম ক্লক ফ্রিকোয়েন্সি আমার বের করতে হবে বা মিনিমাম ক্লক পিরিয়ড বের করতে হবে, আই হ্যাভ টু গো ফর দ্য ওয়ার্স্ট কেস সিনারিও। বেস্ট কেসের জন্য দ্যাট উইল বি ডেফিনেটলি ওয়ার্কিং প্রপারলি। বাট আমি বেস্ট কেসের জন্য যদি কনসিডার করি অ্যালাউড ক্লক ফ্রিকোয়েন্সি কত, ইন দ্যাট কেস ফর দ্য ওয়ার্স্ট কেস সিনারিও আই ওন্ট বি এবল টু সার্ভ মাই পারপাস। বুঝতে পারলে কি?
ইয়েস স্যার।
আচ্ছা এবার তাহলে TH টা কখন দরকার? What is the function of TH?
তো যখন ক্লক সিগন্যালটা ওই সাইড থেকে এই সাইড আসছে,
না 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 আমার
স্যার র্যান্ডম নয়েজেস প্রিভেন্ট করার জন্য।
নো নো আমি একটু অন্য কালিতে যাই, নাহলে তো ঠিক বোঝা যাচ্ছে না। তোমার সব মন্ত্র মুখস্থ হয়ে যাচ্ছে। হ্যাঁ, এই রাইজিং এজ থেকে কতখানি পরে গিয়ে ডাটা ইজ অ্যাভেলেবল হেয়ার?
কোন রাইজিং এজ থেকে? ফার্স্ট
রাইজিং এজ।
ওকে,
দ্যাট মিন্স এর রাইজিং এজ থেকে এখানকার রাইজিং এজ থেকে কতখানি পরে গিয়ে দিস ডাটা ইজ অ্যাভেলেবল হেয়ার? আগেও বের করেছি
TU plus TCL.
Yeah, Q plus TCL. Okay. Now, for proper pipeline operation, and by the way, and this same rising age is coming here at which time instant? The same clock rising age is coming to the next memory element at which time instant? After how much time of this rising age?
TCLK plus TSQ.
No, it's coming the same rising age. The same rising age, not the next rising age.
Only TCL. TCLK.
No, only TSQ. Only TSQ after the rising age, isn't it? This is the gap.
Same rising age. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Same rising. I am talking about the same rising age.
Yes, sir.
So, for proper pipeline operation, what I need is this data must come here at least TSQ time later than this rising age. Otherwise কি হবে, আমার তো ওই একই রাইজিং এজে পরের মেমোরি এলিমেন্টও ওটাকে স্যাম্পল করে ফেলবে।
Yes, sir.
So proper pipeline structure means this data should be sampled by this memory element at the next rising age, not at the same rising age. Okay. So এবার এই TSQ টাইমের পরেই কি ডাটাটা আসলেই হয়ে যাবে?
TSQ plus TH.
Yeah. So TSQ plus TH. The data must come here at least after TSQ plus TH time later than this rising age. So এবার তাহলে আমার এই দুটোর মধ্যে রিলেশন কি হওয়া উচিত?
Greater than.
ওকে। So TH টা ইম্পর্টেন্ট হচ্ছে এই জায়গাটায় যে at the for proper pipeline operation it should not be sensed at the same rising age by the subsequent memory element or subsequent synchronizer. To ensure that, I must ensure TQ plus TCL should be greater than TSQ plus TH. Okay, so এটা একটা constant আর এটা আরেকটা constant.
Sir, TH এর significance টা আরেকবার একটু বলবেন?
TH হচ্ছে my data should remain stable even after TH time, after the arrival of the clock active age. That means clock active age to TH age duration, for this duration the data should remain stable. So that means in the vicinity of the clock active age, starting from TH setup to TH, the data must not change its state. So data যদি clock active age TH time এর মধ্যে যদি state change করা শুরু করে দেয়, there might be synchronizer failure. And data must be stably available T setup time prior to the arrival of the clock active age. So active age আসার T setup time prior থেকে th time later to the arrival of the clock active age, within this span of time, the data must not change its state. Does it clear আছে?
স্যার টিএইচ এর প্র্যাকটিক্যাল সিগনিফিকেন্সটা ঠিক বুঝতে পারছি না, মানে টিএস টা যেমন ঠিক আছে না, কারণ এনকাউন্টার
হ্যাঁ,
করলে
এটা তো আমার ডেটা তো যখন খুশি স্টেট চেঞ্জ করতেই পারে।
ইয়েস স্যার।
সো এবার ডেটা আমার ক্লকের অ্যাক্টিভ এজ আসার ঠিক পরেই ডেটা চেঞ্জ করা শুরু করে দিল, তখন তো সেই আমার ইয়ে সিনক্রোনাইজার ফেলিয়ার হবে। আমি কি বলেছিলাম, উইদিন দ্য ভিসিনিটি অফ দ্য ক্লক অ্যাক্টিভ এজ দ্য ডেটা মাস্ট রিমেইন স্টেবল। ভিসিনিটি বলতে কি মিন করে, শুধু কি আগেরটা না পরেরটাও মিন করে?
পরেরটা।
তো টিএইচটা পরেরটা নিয়ে কনসার্ন।
ইয়েস
ক্লক অ্যাক্টিভ এজ আসার কত পর পর্যন্ত ডাটা মাস্ট রিমেইন স্টেবল, that is being controlled by TH, and TS is controlling prior to the arrival of the clock active age when the data should become stable. Okay,
ইয়েস
so a formula you should remember, because in many examinations I have seen people asking questions from here, especially the electronic industry people. And in GATE also, I have seen twice this question related to this concept. Okay, so আজকে তো এখানেই থেমে যেতে হচ্ছে। Please do one thing. No, আমি অ্যাটেন্ডেন্সটা নিয়েই নি, 2 মিনিটের মধ্যে হয়ে যাবে। মনজুর,
স্যার।
আশিস পাত্র, অ্যাবসেন্ট। বৈভব শাহ, যোগেশ তিওয়ারি, মুস্তফা কামাল,
Yes, sir.
শুভলিন সিং, অ্যাবসেন্ট। শিখা সাহা, অ্যাবসেন্ট। শাহবাজ পারভেজ,
Present, sir.
সুরজ মোহন সোরেন,
Present, sir.
ব্রতিন ঘোষ, সন্দীপর্ণ বর্মা,